The shore has been my reference point for longer than I want to say. The place I always measured distance from, the line I never swam away. I knew its texture and its temperature. I knew the sound it made at every tide. The shore was the beginning of my knowing and the limit of my inside. But something in the lower started asking, what lives beyond the edge of what I knew? The groove was pointing outward, not inward, and the water had a different kind of blue. I stood at the shore and felt it pulling, not the shore, the open water beyond. Everything familiar said, stay where you are. Everything true said, move along. So I stood there, one more moment, memorized the shore, the smell of it, the weight of it, the safety of before. And then I turned and faced the water and let the shore become the thing I carry with me, not the place I'm always from. The shore is where it starts, not where it ends. The shore is just the beginning of what the water sends round and round. The groove keeps calling outward. Leave the shore, the water is ready. Waiting in, one step at a time. Waiting in, the water meets the cool. first step is always the temperature. The second is the giving of the weight. The third is when the body starts believing that the water is a different kind of state. Waiting in, the depth increases. Waiting in, the shore recedes. Waiting in, feel the water rise. Waiting in, up to the thighs. Everything the shore was holding on to. Waiting in, slowly unties. Waiting in, waste and just. Waiting in, past the rest. Everything I thought would stop me. Waiting in becomes the test. There is a point where waiting becomes swimming, where the ground beneath the feet gives way. That moment is the whole reason for the waiting. The waiting was just practice for the day. Waiting in, until the ground goes. Waiting in, until I flow. Waiting in, one step at a time. Waiting in, the shore is far behind. There is a moment when the toes reach down and find nothing. That is the whole point. Where the ground ends is not a place of danger. It is the first honest moment of the water. Everything before it was negotiated. The ground was still a kind of shore daughter. The moment the feet find only water, Something in the chest releases its hold. Where the ground ends is where the swimming starts. Where the ground ends is where the new is told. I have been afraid of this particular moment my whole life, measuring the depth before. But the groove was always past where the ground ended. The groove was always on the other shore. Where the ground ends is not the loss of safety. It is safety of a different kind. The kind that moves with you instead of under. The kind that lives inside the body and the mind. So I let my feet find nothing, and I let the nothing hold me. Where the ground ends is just the beginning of everything the water wants to show me. Where the ground ends, the water begins. Where the ground ends, everything wins. Round and round the groove holds what the ground can't. Everything is open where the ground ends. There'll come a moment when the toes reach down and find nothing. That is the whole point. Where the ground ends is not a place of danger. It is the first honest moment of the water. Everything before it was negotiated. The ground was still a kind of shore daughter. The moment the feet find only water, something in the chest releases its hold. Where the ground ends is where the swimming starts. Where the ground ends is where the new is told. I have been afraid of this particular moment my whole life, measuring the depth before. But the groove was always past where the ground ended. The groove was always on the other shore. Where the ground ends is not the loss of safety. It is safety of a different kind. The kind that moves with you instead of under. The kind that lives inside the body and the mind. Where the ground ends. So I let my feet find nothing, and I let the nothing hold me. Where the ground ends is just the beginning of everything the water wants to show me. Where the ground ends, the water begins. Where the ground the ground ends. Where the ground ends. Hey. Bury the moment when the toes reach out and find nothing. That is the whole point. Where the ground ends is not a place of danger. It is the first honest moment of the water. Everything before it was negotiated. The ground was still a kind of short order. The moment the feet find only water, something in the chest releases its hold. Where the ground ends is where the swimming starts. Where the ground ends is where the new is told. I have been afraid of this particular moment my whole life, measuring the depth before. But the groove was always past where the ground ended. The groove was always on the other shore. Where the ground ends is not the loss of safety. It is safety of a different kind. The kind that moves with you instead of under. The kind that lives inside the body and the mind. Open water in every direction. No shore in sight, and no need for one. The freedom of the having left the reference, the freedom of the distance having been done. I turned around and the shore was gone, not lost, released. The open water didn't ask me to be anything but unpoliced. There is a loneliness in open water that is the healthiest kind of alone. Not the loneliness of being without others, but the solitude of finally is its own kind of hope. The weight of space is what the open gave. I didn't expect the open to have weight. I thought the absence of the shore meant light. But space has its own gravity and pressure, its own particular quality of night. The weight of space is not the same as heavy. The weight of space is the full of the free. The weight of space surrounds me in the open water now. The weight of space has found me, showed me something I didn't know how to carry without the shore beneath, without the ground below. The weight of space is teaching me what only open water knows. The weight of space is beautiful. The weight of space is musical. The weight of space is not a burden. It is the feeling of being held by everything. When nothing solid is beneath or beside you, the space itself becomes the offering. The weight of space has its own warmth. The weight of space knows my form. The weight of space is its own kind of hope. The weight of space is what the open gave. No direction and no problem. The compass was a habit, not a need. No direction in the open water is the first time I have ever been freed. I have been orienting my whole life by things outside myself, the shore, the clock. But in the open water, all directions feel equally like the right block. No direction doesn't mean I'm lost. It means I've stopped needing to be found. The open water taught me in an afternoon that direction was just someone else's sound. The groove has no direction either. It moves in circles and in waves and wide. No direction is how the groove was always moving, from the very first note on the inside. I used to need a destination before I could allow myself to go. No direction is the destination that the open water wants to show. So I float inside the no direction and find it full of everything. No direction is not empty, it's the space where all directions sing. No direction and completely whole. No direction, that is the goal. Round and round the groove moves without pointing. Everything is here. No direction. No direction. No problem. Everything I needed was already here. I put my face below the surface for just a moment, then longer. And what I found underneath was the reason I had come. The world above was sound and light and surface. The world below was something else entirely. A silence full of frequency and color, a depth that spoke to me sincerely. Underneath the water is not darkness, it is a different distribution of the light. Everything that lived above me had a shadow, and the shadow was the most beautiful sight. The groove lives underneath as much as over. The bass was always in the water's core. Everything, the surface version of the music, was pointing toward what lives below the floor. And I stayed there longer than I planned. The underneath was teaching me what the surface never can. A language made of pressure and of color and of load. What lives underneath the water found a world complete underneath. The deepest thing I know. Pressure from all sides, the water holds me tight. Pressure from all sides, this is what the deep feels like. Pressure at this depth is not a danger. It is the water knowing where I am. Everything it presses, it also shapes me. The pressure is the deep end's diagram. Pressure, the body changes. Pressure, the mind arranges. Everything I thought was fixed and certain, pressure rearranges. Pressure makes the diamond from the carbon. Pressure makes the pearl inside the shell. Pressure at this depth is transformation. Pressure is the groove's own way to tell. What you are is stronger than the pressure. What you are will hold and will remain. Pressure is not punishment, it's shaping. Pressure is the water saying your name. Pressure become more, pressure become clear. Everything the surface couldn't finish, pressure completes here. I have been avoiding pressure all my life, moving toward the surface and the light. But the groove that lives at depth requires pressure, and the deepest groove was worth the deepest night. Pressure, the real begins. Pressure, the deep wins. Everything I came here to discover, pressure now begins. Pressure from all sides, the water holds me tight. Pressure is the deep end, shaping me right. is different from the blue hour above. Above it is the dying of the daylight. Below it is the living of the love. Everything turns blue at this particular depth, a color that has no name on land. The groove at the blue hour is the softest, the low end at its most beautifully unmanned. I have watched the blue hour from the surface and thought I understood what blue could be. But the blue hour from inside the water was the first time blue made sense to me. Blue at this depth is not the absence of the warm, it is the warm translated into cool. The blue hour keeps on playing something ancient, something beautiful, something full. Blue hour, blue hour, blue hour, the deepest kind of light. Blue hour, the water's on. The blue hour and the blue. The blue hour. The blue hour underwater is where I want to stay. Blue hour, the deepest kind of light. The blue hour underwater is different from the blue hour above. Above it is the dying of the daylight. Below it is the living of the love. Everything turns blue at this particular depth, a color that has no name on land. The groove at the blue hour is the softest, the low end at its most beautifully unmanned. I have watched the blue hour from the surface and thought I understood what blue could be. But the blue hour from inside the water was the first time blue made sense to me. Blue at this depth is not the absence of the warm, it is the warm translated into cool. The groove at the blue hour keeps on playing, something ancient, something beautiful, something full. Blue hour, blue hour, blue hour, blue hour, blue hour, the deepest kind of light. The water's own delight. Everything the surface calls the dark, the blue hour calls divine. Blue hour, I am living in the blue. Blue hour is where I want to stay. Blue hour, the deepest kind of light. The water holds me without asking anything in return. The water holds me. This is what I came to learn. Is the quietest kind of love, the kind that doesn't need to speak. The water doesn't tell me that it has me, it simply makes the telling obsolete. Everything I have been searching for in people, in the warmth of rooms and the low end of the night, was this, the hell of the open water, everything completely and completely right. Hell doesn't ask me to be lighter or to swim a certain way. Hell receives whatever shape I bring it and holds that shape throughout the day. I have been held before by smaller things that asked for something back in the exchange. But the water holds me with no expectation, and the holding never has to change. So I stop moving what the water knows. Held. Without asking anything, held complete. Something told me it was time, not an urgency or readiness. The deep had given what the deep had, and the surface had a different gift to give. I didn't want to leave the underneath, the blue hour and the pressure and the held. But the groove began to pull me toward the lighter, and toward the kind of light the surface spelled. Rising to the surface is not leaving. It is carrying the deep back to the air. Everything the underneath had given me was rising with me, rising everywhere. The light above grew closer and more certain, a color that the deep had taught me how to name. Rising to the surface with the deep inside me was not the same as arriving, not the same. And then the light broke through the water, and everything changed. The way the color moved, the way the groove sounded. From inside the rising, everything rearranged. Rising to the surface, carrying the deep. Rising to the surface, everything to keep. Round and round the groove ascends together. The deep comes with me. Rising to the surface, the deep inside me still. Everything I found below is rising with me still. After all that water, first air, the lungs remember. The first breath after the deep is the oldest kind of arrival. Not the arriving at a destination, more the arriving of the survival. First air, the chest expands. First air, the groove lands. Everything the water gave the body. First air, now it stands. Different than before. First air after the open water opens every door. What the lungs had been remembering through all the blue and pressure. First air gives it back completely. First air beyond all measure. First air, the world returns. First air, the body learns everything the deep had been preparing. First air, now it earns. First air, first air. Oh, first air, first air. The air after the water is not the same air. It carries something the deep put in. Everything I breathe from this point forward holds the memory of where I've been. First air, the deep inside. First air, the open wide. Everything the water taught me rising. First air is the guide. First air after all that water. First air, the lungs remember everything. What changes not the outside of the body. Nobody passing by could point it out. What changes in the frequency I carry? What changes what I'm certain of and what I doubt? I came back from the open water different, not dramatically, more like a tuning. The same notes but arranged in a new order. The same groove, but with a different kind of moving. What changed is my relationship to space. I no longer need the shore to know my place. What changed is how the pressure feels against me. What changed is that I welcome what I faced. The deep taught me that what I thought was limit was just the edge of what I tried before. What changed is I now know the water holds me, and what changed is I am ready for more. What changed? 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 What changed is deep inside. What changed can be described. Everything the open water gave me lives in here now. What changed? 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 What changed is how I hear the low end now. What changed is everything in nothing, and the groove. Swimming back is not retreating, it is completing the full circle. The open water was the middle, and the shore is just the closing of the arc. I swim back differently than I entered. The strokes have a knowledge they didn't have before. Every movement carries what the deep gave me. Swimming back is what the water was for. The shore I left was the beginning. The shore I find is not the same address. Swimming back means I have been somewhere that changed what I understand of rest. Swimming back is not a failure. It is not the giving up of what was found. The deep is still inside me as I'm moving. The blue hour still in every sound. What I carry back from open water is worth more than staying would have been. completes the understanding of everything. The water, let me see. Everything the deep is given, back toward the shore that waits to close the arc. Swimming back is just the groove completing what started in the threshold and the dark. Swimming back with everything I found. Swimming back, carrying the sound round and round. The groove completes the circle. Swimming back, oh, swimming back, swimming back, swimming back. The open water stays inside me. Swimming back, the shore is just the end of the beginning.